A single signature in 1938 changed the skyline of America forever. One agency, one quiet promise. Every working family could own a piece of this land. For 70 years it kept that promise, then nearly burned the country down trying to keep it. This is the hidden life of Fannie Mae, the dream machine that built the suburbs, and the ticking bomb beneath them. Before we begin, like and subscribe to help preserve these stories of courage. From New Deal lifeline to national addiction, the Great Depression still grips the nation like frost. Banks won't lend, homes rot empty. In a quiet corner of the National Housing Act, Franklin Roosevelt births the Federal National Mortgage Association, Fannie Mae. Its job is simple: buy government-insured mortgages so banks can lend again. Cash flows, hammers sing. By 1944, returning GIs flood the market. The GI Bill and Fannie Mae become twin engines of the greatest housing boom in history. Levittown rises from potato fields. Ranch houses sprout overnight. A generation that fought fascism comes home to fresh paint and crabgrass. By the 1960s, Fannie is holding 3 million mortgages. Politicians love her. She keeps voters happy. But the Vietnam War bleeds the Treasury red. Lyndon Johnson needs Fannie off the books. In 1968, he privatizes her. Stock is sold. Profits now matter. The quiet public servant becomes a shareholder darling overnight. The mission never changes on paper. In practice, everything does. The secondary market revolution. Fannie Mae is now private, hungry, and brilliant. In 1970, she invents the mortgage-backed security. Bundle thousands of home loans, slice them into bonds, sell them to pension funds and grandmothers in Iowa. Money floods in from around the globe. Banks no longer hold loans to maturity, they originate and flip. The pipeline never stops. Homeownership climbs past 65%. Politicians of both parties cheer. Congress sweetens the deal. Fannie gets a line of credit at the Treasury, an exemption from state taxes. Critics whisper she's a monster with a government halo. Regulators shrug. She's too useful to restrain. By 1981, interest rates hit 18%. Savings and loans collapse by the hundreds. Fannie, insulated by her special status, sails through untouched. She grows fat and fearless. The word systemic starts to circulate in quiet Washington memos. No one listens. The suburbs keep expanding. The machine keeps humming. The ownership society mirage. Presidents change. The mandate does not. Clinton declares home ownership the new American right. George W. Bush calls it the ownership society. Fannie Mae becomes the high priest. Congress raises her lending goals year after year, 55% to 56% to 60% low-income loans. CEOs are paid like rock stars for hitting the numbers. Risk models are tweaked. Credit scores slide. Stated income loans appear. No need to prove you earn what you claim. Wall Street can't get enough paper. Fannie relaxes standards again. Alt-A, interest only, 100% financing. The machine roars. Home prices double in 6 years. Families who never thought they'd qualify suddenly hold keys. Refinance parties replace dinner parties. Equity feels infinite. In 2003, Fannie's CEO Franklin Raines testifies, "Risk is contained. The models say so. Behind closed doors, whistleblowers are silenced. Accounting scandals erupt." Raines departs with $90 million. The party never pauses. The bubble years and private label hunger. Fannie loses market share to Wall Street's private label securities, riskier, fatter yields. She fights back the only way she can, by diving into the same toxic loans she once avoided. Subprime plunges from 8% of her book to over 20%. Option arms, neg-am. She buys $80 billion in Alt-A securities in 2006 alone. Leverage climbs to 75 to 1. $1 of capital backs 75 in bets. Regulators beg for more authority. Congress refuses. Fannie's lobby is legendary. Home prices peak in 2006. Cracks appear. Delinquencies rise. In July 2008, Treasury Secretary Hank Paulson warns the White House Fannie and Freddie could take the entire system down. September 7th, conservatorship. The government seizes control. Stock collapses to pennies. The dream machine is now a national ward. War to the state and the endless bailout. Fannie and Freddie have cost taxpayers $190 billion and counting. They own or guarantee half of America's $12 trillion mortgage market. Every month, they still send billions in profits to the Treasury, profits earned only because the government stands behind them. Reform bills die in committee. Lawmakers fear touching the third rail. If Fannie tightens standards too far, housing stalls. If she loosens again, the nightmare repeats. She is too big to fail, too vital to kill, too broken to trust. Yet every day, somewhere, a young couple still signs papers backed by her invisible hand. The suburbs endure. The machine limps on. The question hangs in the air like smoke after a fire. Can America ever own homes again without owning the risk? Keep history alive. Like, subscribe, and remember.